Thanks for watching my video. We've got a fortnight of patterns under our belt now, so we have probably touched on most tangling techniques. Today we're going to be doing another starry circular pattern, and it's taking us back to Japan with the pattern Scara by Midori Furuhashi. The prompt for today is dagger, so I'm going to embellish these little swirls to look like handles and the points like the blade. There unfortunately isn't a lot of information on this one, as I was only able to find the Instagram post linked in the description. I believe it translates to "Here is Scara" for the 7F5R challenge. We're going to start with a pretty little pearl. Then give it 6 equidistant orbiting moons. Next, show the gravitational pull our pearly planet has on its moons. To help communicate between the moons and the planet, set up some satellites and make them orbit halfway to each moon and back. Now the moons can communicate with the satellites. That signal can arch back to the pearl. Now that you have the shape outlined, you can decorate it till your heart's content, which has stormed into the void you created. While I play around, let me tell you a bit more about tangling for those who are new to it. Created by Rick Roberts and Maria Thomas, the Zentangle method of drawing combines repetitive motions of pattern making with the Zen flow state of meditation. Over the years, as it has grown and expanded, people started referring to it simply as tangling. What is so fantastic about this art form is that absolutely anybody can do it. All you need is a piece of paper and a drawing implement, be it a simple click pen or a pencil. You don't need a whole arsenal of tangled patterns up your sleeve. You'll probably find that some of the ones I have already showcased become your go-to pattern to start with. For me, it would be a pattern like bars or acanthus. As you get into the swing of things, you may want to invest in some fancier equipment. The paper I use for these demonstrations is a moleskin notebook, but you may choose to invest in something fancier. There are official Zentangle tiles available on the Zentangle website listed below. A word of warning though, once you tangle with these Italian paper beauties, you may never want to mess with simple cardstock again. Another thing you'll want to invest in is some proper pens. Most people, including me, go for the Pigma Micron pens, but being in South Africa, it's not always to get hold of them. Basically, what you're looking for is a highly pigmented, non-bleeding archival ink. Once you find them, get as many sizes as you can get your hands on. The pencil I use for my shading is a click pencil that takes a size B lead that turned up in my house mysteriously one day. And I've stolen because I absolutely adore it. I have no idea what I'm going to do when this refill runs out. I'm hoping my local independent stationery store will have refills. Otherwise I'll have to go back to the good old-fashioned boring regular old pencil. The next thing is a white pen. You may recall that in earlier videos I did try to add highlighting, but my white pens were misbehaving. I've done absolutely nothing to rectify this situation. I think I get away with it because I'm using white or just off-white paper, and where I need to, I use a sneaky little eraser. If you venture into the world of proper paper, it tends to be a little bit darker and can tend to have an ochre hue to it. So the white really makes it pop. I would invest in a waxier white pencil that you could blend, because the pen is notoriously steadfast in its stubbornness to stay put. The last thing, and if you're new, the thing you're probably most curious about, is the thing I use to blend. This little blending stump is a game changer and goes by many different names, but officially it is a tortillon. It's basically just a paper cigar that picks up some of the graphite and holds onto it so it smooths your pencil but also adds shadows where there were none. You'll have seen that in one of my previous videos, mine had gone a walkabout, as these little fellows do tend to do. So I used my finger, an earbud, even a cotton round for the bigger areas, which just goes to show that the tortillon is not essential, but it is oh so nice to have. I think by now I must have come up with a number of different embellishments and variations to this pattern, so I'll save the rest of the lecture for another video. Please let me know if you liked me waffling about the tools of this trade. Let's make today's comment challenge tools. Thanks for sticking with me on this one. I'll catch you tomorrow when we'll be attempting a more organic pattern.